You the one who nailed Bambi's mother? I asked. I'm still trying to overcome my childhood trauma. You don't approve of the right to bear arms? I would rather we armed bears. If you watched the DVD of my bear hunt, you would see the bear in question was already amply armed. He gestured toward his ursine victim. Imagine a 10-foot, 1,000-pound giant with 5-inch incisors and 3-inch claws charging you at a speed of 40 miles an hour. That's what happened to me. Were you backed up by the 1st Infantry? There was no second rifle waiting to bail me out. I took the bear in one shot. Watch the DVD if you don't believe me. I could tell he was about to give me all the particulars of the hunt, but I didn't care to hear about conditions, the rifle he used, the type of bullet, or how he delivered his kill shot, so I interrupted with another question. Do you tape all of your hunts? Cord nodded and gave me an insinuating smile. They are very well documented. Our conversation was interrupted by knocking and then a door opening. A head showed itself, revealing eyes that reminded me of the blue you only see in certain icebergs. The permafrost orbs took me in, and there was no thawing them. The visitor had a pronounced cleft in his chin, the kind usually seen in animated superheroes. He turned his gaze toward Cord and nodded. "Excuse me," said Cord, and exited the room. In his absence, I decided to go on a self-tour and began examining the framed photographs lining the walls of the trophy room. Cord and his kills were featured in the majority of shots. Some of the photos had clearly been taken from a high vantage point. As Cord had implied, it didn't look as if he believed in large hunting parties. In many of the shots, there was only one other person, the same man who had just shown himself at the door. When Cord re-entered the room, I was still looking at his hunting pictures. "Trouble?" I asked. "Only an annoyance," he said. "I think I recognized your visitor in some of these pictures." "You probably did." "So who is your hunting companion?" "He is Orion Zenith's Director of Security. I suppose he thinks it's his job to make sure I come back from my hunts alive." "Does your man Friday have a name?" "Rick Novak," he said. "Let me guess. You can beat him in a foot race." "Why do you say that?" "Two hunters are tracking a huge bear," I said, "and suddenly they realize the bear is tracking them, so the first hunter changes out of his boots into running shoes. The second hunter says, 'You don't think you can outrun that bear, do you?' And the first hunter said, 'No, but I know I can outrun you.' As long as whatever I'm hunting can't outrun a bullet, I won't be packing running shoes." "I'm surprised you can spend so much time away from work going on hunting expeditions," I said. "Why would you think I spend that much time away?" I gestured to the room. "I hunt smart," said Cord. "I know everything about my game before I go in. It always helps to have insider information." "And how do you get that insider information?" "I believe in scouting out the object you're targeting, and I know where to go, and when to go, and what to do once I get there. I am usually in and out before anyone even knows it." "That sort of sounds like someone describing a sniper." "That sort of describes what I am." I studied another of his hunting pictures. A dead lion was stretched out in the grass, its massive head listing to one side. I wondered if it was the same lion in the room. Cord's right leg was planted atop the lion's back. Pauley had said the angel killer had exhibited an unforgettable arrogance and postured in much the same way. Next to the lion's picture was a black and white sea shot of a large yacht. I could just make out the lettering, Wizard of Oz. The running lights on the yacht could be seen, as could the lights on deck. Cord was visible, along with